everybody, and welcome to Stew in the Pot. I am Greg Stewart, and today we're talking about true love or gold digger. And what brings that subject up is basically the Bill Belichick, Coach Bill Belichick, formerly of the New England Patriots, now UNC, North Carolina, discussing once again Bill Belichick and Jordon Hudson, the 73, 74-year-old coach and his 24-year-old girlfriend. Apparently, they've been together, at least knowing each other in some form, since she was 19 years of age. She is now 24. And the big question is, do you believe, as we stew the pot, do you believe that it's true love from her point of view, or do you believe she's a gold digger? Now, in my line of work and coaching, I see all kinds. I see a whole bunch of people that are 10, 20, 30 years older, and it does seem like true love to what I see in reference to meeting their human needs. And I'll get into that in just a little bit. But when you look at this, once again, what do you feel? What do you think about their relationship? Does it affect you at all? Is it a nice, good gossip just to connect in reference to this particular subject? Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone out there, or did you know someone and you go, wow, how did that happen? I know I've been out with friends where I'll see things and they'll say, wow, well, that person must have some money because why would she be with him? Or the other way around, wow, she must have some money because he's a handsome fellow. Does this ever bother you in society? Does it ever overwhelm you? Maybe not to change your life, but to make you think, wow, that's really something else. I can tell you in the interviews that I've had with people in reference to this particular subject, yeah, they get on with their lives, but I've had many women say, that's just gross. That's just disgusting. She has daddy issues. What do you think? What do you feel about it? Well, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper into this area in reference to true love or gold digger. Okay. So here are some things that women have said in reference to why they feel it's better to be with a young man. He has more energy and he's more enthusiastic. There's less emotional baggage, admiration, and appreciation. I feel very appreciated by being with this person. Definitely sexual chemistry. Has much more energy, physically fulfilling, and wants to fulfill my needs, and a modern mindset, up with the times. Now, from your perspective in hearing this, there are needs being met. Remember, I said we're going to talk about 6 human needs. In the work I do, we go by human need psychology. And what I mean by that is the first human need is certainty, which equals stability. The second human need is variety, but variety in reference to how you deal with adversity. Or if you are in a relationship for years and you're just batting heads, we don't really talk, we kind of scream. So adversity in reference to variety. The third human need is significance. Does this person value me? And as you heard me break down some of the positive things women say, well, that was one of the key things. They felt significant. And by feeling significant, they can now feel the fourth human need, which is love and connection. And when they have that, they feel if I have these things, well, then I can meet my fifth human need and I can grow. And pardon me, and if I can grow, I can meet my final human need in reference to connection. These are your 6 human needs. These are 6 human needs I use when I coach with people. So again, positive things in reference to what women say. But what about men? What do men reference to in reference to how they feel about a younger woman? So these are the positive things that men say. Physical attraction and energy. Very similar, right? Feeling desired and valued. And that's a big thing. When I interview or speak to men in my coaching world, they say that that person, that woman, no longer appreciates me. Having someone that is a bit younger or even a lot younger They know I can make them feel secure, and in turn, they tend to value and appreciate me. Less emotional baggage. I don't have to deal with a person who already has 3 or 4 kids and get involved in a relationship with someone my age when I've been there and I've done that. And then you have more flexibility and admiration. Some report that younger women are more open to new ideas, being, I can be guided. You can teach me your experience. I'm enthusiastic to learn, and a fresh perspective of life by showing me a world again that I haven't been able to see. If he likes to travel, if he likes to do this now, the other woman that was probably involved where they divorced or broke up or what have you, but you don't want to do those things with me. But you have to ask yourself, listen to the statistics that you both said. Were you reaching, were you meeting those 6 human needs that I emphasized? Well, there's no perfection in anything, right? So now let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum. Let's find out some negative things, though, that women say about getting involved with a younger guy. So here are some negative things. Negative things women say about being with a younger man. Maturity differences. Every time I come home and I'm working hard and he's doing God knows what because he's been with his friends and he only holds a part-time job right now and he says he's going to do better. Well, I come home and I want some quality time and he wants to play his video games. Number two, different life goals. Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you think about going back to school? I don't feel like going back to school. I have different goals for that. Maybe someday, but right now I got this vision. I'm going to win this contest, or I'm going to do this, or maybe in due time. But I'm pretty secure with myself right now. What is she thinking? Yeah, you're secure because I'm kind of doing everything. Social judgment or stigma. Okay. It was all fun and dandy when everybody's seen me and they were going, oh, wow, he's cute. He's this. But you're still with that guy? I thought that was just a fling. Wow. Okay. Fear of being left behind. Oh, you girls are going on that cruise? You didn't call me? What happened there? Oh, well, you're with so and so now, and you seem to be always busy with him, and you're always bragging about it. And then power and imbalancement and insecurity because he's not home or he's coming home at late. He's at 3, 4 in the morning. Where were you? I was with my friends. Well, I waited up for you. Well, I'm here now. So these are some of the negative things that women are saying in reference to their relationship with younger men. Now, let's touch base on what men feel about that, being with younger women. So here are some things that negative things that men say about being with a younger woman. She's immature, and I thought she'd be a little more experienced. She looks incredible. I thought she'd had a few more relationships, but I'm not feeling it now. Different life priorities. I know that I'm taking care of anything. I'm glad to make you secure, but are you going to do anything else besides shopping? Jealousy and insecurity. I noticed that you were looking at that guy over there. You're with me. I have you on my hand. I need you to make me feel comfortable. Social criticism. Well, guys will support guys, but behind his back, he might feel like, I don't see you guys anymore. I notice that your wife is saying things about me. Communication gaps. Again, it goes back to experience. I don't feel like she's understanding me, or I'm trying to tell her about my day as an engineer and what I do, and she wants to play on her phone. So, very similar in a reference to things. So, why do we do it? Why do we get involved with these younger people? And it comes down to our egos, I think, at times. I want to feel valued. Yeah, all those things that said good things. But as time evolves, I look at the Madonnas of the world. She's had multiple relationships with younger guys, and she continues that pattern. She's now with a 28-year-old guy. I look at Bill Belichick. He's going to have football in this period of time because if you're a coach, you usually have 10-hour days to prep for your weekly games. And now we're just going into the football season. So she'll do her thing, he'll do his thing because you need that time to prep as a coach. Now, there are couples that have made it my world as a coach, maybe not to that high caliber, though I do have two actually that are 20 years older than their significant other. And it does happen in reference to true love. They really do feel connected. And again, there's some couples out there that have made it through. You look at Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas, a 10-year gap and still going strong. Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, 9-year gap, still going strong. Sam Taylor Johnson and Aaron Taylor Johnson, 23-year age gap, still going strong. So these are some things to, consider. Again, Madonna, we already know that story. And also in reference to Leonardo DiCaprio, very similar, as usually 20 years their senior. George Clooney is making it with Amal Clooney. She's 17 years younger. Jason Stratham and Rosie Huntington Whiteley, 20 years. So there are people that are truly in love. But when you think about Bill Belichick and when you think about basically, Jordan Hudson, I want to say it right. I've been calling her Jennifer from the other person, but Jordan Hudson. And you see this, and maybe it is true love. A couple of people I spoke to in reference to this, just getting statistics, a lot of women again emphasized maybe it's daddy issues. Maybe it's some sort of contract that if you put this much time in, I'll get that connection. That does happen. People look for a contract, they know where they are, they're making an investment in their future, whatever it may be. But I want to connect with you on this. I want to see how you feel in reference to in the comment box that, yeah, this is now the new times. This is expected. I don't plan to be in this relationship. I actually heard someone once tell me, they go, after 10 years, now they're not going for a younger or older person, just whatever they have chemistry, but after a 10-year period and they feel that decline, they have a legitimate contract with each other that a mutual understanding, you take what's yours, I take what's mine, and the relationship is over. If by the 10-year mark, we're not happy, is this a new trend? Is this what is expected? I'd love to hear your comments below. Let me know. But this is Greg for Stew in the Pot. Gold Digger or True Love? Let me know. I'm looking forward to talking to you in our next podcast. Until then, have a great day or night wherever you are. Feel free to give them this podcast. Feel free to connect. There'll be some contacts at the end of the podcast in reference to free consultation, free one-on-one session to try it, to get you to reestablish your identity after living in a behavior for so long. I think it's about time. Do you even know? And there's the biggest question. No, I am living my identity. How do you know? How do you know that you're living in your identity? And that's what many people out there are going through. So we're stewing the pot. And I hope that you enjoyed this podcast today in reference to Stewing the Pot with myself, Greg Stewart. And this podcast is sponsored by Stew Sweets. If you like a wonderful, healthy alternative to desserts, but you don't want to put on the calories, well, Stew Sweets would be that for you because they have the best high protein, super low carbs, no sugars. All sugars that are in it are natural and very low, very tasty. Stew Sweets specializes in Dubai chocolates as well as cookies, and all wonderful pro bodybuilder whey proteins are in it. I think they use the raw with sebum, if you're familiar with the fitness world. If not, look it up. Sebum's protein, I believe it's called Raw, RAW, and give that a check out. But once again, thank you for listening in to the podcast here with Stewing the Pot. I'm Greg Stewart, and we're going to continue our journey together. Thanks a lot. Do me a favor, when you get a chance, subscribe and like us, because we do appreciate it. We're going to have a lot of interesting things to talk about. But once again, please down below, please like us there. Please also subscribe. It is very appreciated. Looking forward to your comments there. And again, if you need help, take a look also after the little commercial in reference to Stew Sweets at the end. Take a look at the helpline there, because we can get you some help, and we are offering consultations for free as well as a session to help you find your identity and stop living this behavior. Till next time, this is Greg with Stewing the Pot. See you later.